Hey guys, welcome back to another Tops episode. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. So we're basically on the cusp of Generation 8. Not now, but a bit later, but we're getting really dang close to it. So, for now, I'm going to just tell you guys my top 7 favorite generations. Well, by generations, I mean Pokemon generations. Not to do with that Pokemon generations. For some reason, I still haven't seen it yet. I should probably get to that. But if you don't know what a Pokemon generation is, well, while you're in this channel, I'm going to assume by now you know what it is. If you don't, there are other videos that, tell you what it is, or even just go to Bulbapedia. There you go. Anyway, so, there are going to be a few surprises here. You might think that, I might like a certain generation more than others, but you might be surprised. Now, when it comes to telling you what generations I like, I'm also taking into account any spin-offs from that generation that I may like. So, if I'm referring to, I don't know, let's say Gen 3, for example, I'm also going to refer to Coliseum XD, and among other things. So, just get ready for that when I talk about it, okay? Okay, so let's begin. Top 7 Pokemon generations. I don't know, is it just me, or I'm just me getting older? Or do I feel like Gen 7 just isn't that good? Like, as a whole. Okay, so here's what I mean by that. I just feel like Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon are both, like, not as, not as fulfilling as some of the previous games. Maybe just having been playing Pokemon games for most of my life, I just feel like Gen 7 doesn't really fulfill what I would like in a Pokemon game, especially now that I'm, doing teams for online battles. I think Generation 7 has really, faltered in that regard. Especially since Generation 6 has done pretty dang well when it comes to having, people access to tools and mechanics that allow for easy access to making competitive Pokemon. But Gen 7 still hasn't had, a super reliable, easy way to level up Pokemon. So, I just feel like that is just a really bad thing to do. Especially considering it came out of Generation 6, which is much, much easier to do so. But, do I think that now that Pokemon Let's Go, now that that's a thing, do I think that a return to Kanto, but using, half Pokemon Go, mechanics would increase my likability for Gen 7? Probably not. I don't know if I'll even get the game for how not likely it is for me to even get a job for, unsuccessful I got doing so. So, for the time being, I don't think that Pokemon Let's Go will influence my decision that much. Even, unless it's super amazing, which I'm not expecting it, I just don't think that Gen 7 will actually be anywhere close to even my second least favorite generation so far. Number 6, Generation 3. Now, if you don't understand why Generation 3 is on this list, good for you, because Gen 3 is probably the easiest explanation to why I don't like it as much. Now, if you've been wondering, wait a minute, but didn't Gardevoir introduce the generation with that alone to tell you, hey, I'm gonna bump it up? And the fact that I did say then at one of my earliest videos that Hoenn is among my favorite regions. But here's the thing. Yes, Gardevoir come from Gen 3. That's a big boost, right? Yes, I like Hoenn the region. But here's the thing. To complete the Pokédex for Generation 3, there you go, there's your reasoning. To complete the Pokédex for Generation 3, you need way more material, way more money than you could possibly need for any other game in the franchise. Okay, first of all, Ruby Sapphire by itself will just give you, the base Hoenn Dex. But the base Hoenn Dex isn't all of the decks. So, next up, let's have Fire and Leaf Green. Okay, you got Fire and Leaf Green. However, here's the thing. Even Fire and Leaf Green and Ruby Sapphire just isn't enough. Okay, let's have Emerald. Okay, so that's 5 games right there. Or alternatively, just do Coliseum and XD, because both of them took quite a lot of Pokemon that the Ruby Sapphire and Fire League Green don't have. That's a lot more money to have. And then there's like the spin-offs that I want to mention. Pinball Ruby and Sapphire, I actually do like. I do like Pinball Ruby and Sapphire. It's really good. However, two other games I have played from Gen 3 I just don't like, and that being Trolls and Dungeon Blue, or it's like the Pokemon Dungeon Blue Rescue Team. I think I did play Pokemon Red Rescue Team, but Blue is like my main file. And while the Pokemon Dungeon series as a whole, it's alright base game, but once you beat the game, you're done with the game. Like, anything, like, to put it in perspective, I think I hate the post game for the Dungeon series more than the post game for the main series. And the main series already is known for really bad post games. That's saying a lot. So, I don't want Gen 3 because of the insane necessity to play a ton of games and just to even collect the Pokedex. More or less like every other game, every other generation of the series requires a lot less investment. Although there are a few things I do like about, you know, the Gen 3 games as a whole. Number 5, Generation 6. Again, it's probably because I'm quite old now, but the main reason why Generation 6 is number 5 on this list is because of all the terrible spin-offs that come from it. There's some good ones, but there are also some not so good ones. Okay, so X and Y, right? Let's start with X and Y. It's alright. I mean, it's still my most played game on my 3DS. That is saying way too much. But you know, well, that's why I played a lot of Pokemon X, so of course I would like it. I don't know how much time I had for Pokemon X compared to every other game in the series, because you can't just track that. But I do have played Pokemon X quite a lot, so I do like Pokemon X. Especially considering how easy it is to train, how easy it is to, you know, get my team competitively viable. To the point that I don't necessarily need to use Pokestab and ridiculous trading mechanics and all sorts of stuff that I have to do for Gen 5. So Gen 6 makes it easier for me to just, you know, get a Pokemon just ready to go, done, and I can just make a Gen 16. It's just easy for me to do so for Gen 6, more than having to rely on external sources for Gen 4 and 5. Oras, now I said before, I do like Hoenn, and so of course Oras is up there for a reason why I like Generation 6, because I do like Hoenn, and Oras is pretty good. It's just like for me, it's not as replayable as X and Y, although it does have quite a bit of improvements onto just getting and all your Pokemon teams ready to go as Pokemon X. But however, here's some other things about Generation 6 related to the side games that I like and don't like. Pokken, awesome! Like, honestly, right off the bat, I think my favorite spin-off of Gen 6 is Pokken Tournament. That is freaking good. Okay? Again, I don't have the Switch version of Pokken Tournament again because I have like no money on me. But here's the thing, that's just it. Pokemon Duel? Oh my goodness, that was a disappointment. Like, at first I thought it would be kind of cool because I like the how the game works. For me, it became a novelty really, really quickly. And I just became bored of it. Like, really quickly. I just got so bored of Pokemon Duel that I just got rid of it long before I got rid of next one, Pokemon Go. Oh my god, like, the only reason why I played in the first place was because a lot of people dared me to do it. Like, a lot of people, like, while I was with at the time, just dared me to do it. I said, hey, okay, considering that I've played a lot of Pokemon, would you dare me to Pokemon Go? And people, of course, they would all dare me to do so. I didn't play it the first day, I played on, like, the Friday of that first week, and I just, like, immediately feel like, this just, I don't know, it just isn't the Pokemon game. Of course, I did, like, wait, you know, played it for a bit, for like half a year after that day, that first week. And, of course, the only other mobile game I had at the time was Record Keeper, and, of course, that Record Keeper actually kept me just using my phone quite a bit, so there you go. Next thing I mentioned is Pokemon Shuffle, and while Pokemon Shuffle did took quite a bit of time on my 3DS, like a mobile game should, but it's just like I just stopped. I just because like I just don't find it fun anymore. So last time I touched Shuffle, it was like after a break. Oh, Shiny Gardevoirs are now able to be given free, and I was like, okay, I'll just get the Shiny Gardevoir and get the heck out of here. I'm not touching that thing ever again. That's me for Pokemon Shuffle. And last thing I'm gonna mention is Pokemon Rumble World. Again, a massive disappointment because I have played the original Rumble on Wii, and it was awesome. It's just that no other game I can think of can top it. Like, some games tried to, but failed to, because it just isn't the Wii Pokemon Rumble. And that's all I'm going to say about Generation 6. It's like, the base games I like, it's just that everything else surrounding it is just not very good. Number 4, the OG Gen, Generation 1. Now, a lot of people hate Generation 1 for very obvious reasons, and I don't blame them. It's like, it is very buggy. It's like, it's very easy to glitch out, very easy. Not very easy to hack, but, well, I would say it's very easy to hack, why not? It's very easy to glitch, it's very easy to do some most ridiculous things onto it. It just breaks the game very easily. The game is easily broken. However, the thing with me and Gen 1 is that I enjoyed Gen 1 like when it came out. Remember, I was still a kid, and even now, I think I did recently just play through the Virtual Console Blue, and I still liked it despite all the glitches and stuff. Heck, I used a lot of the glitches and stuff to make the game more enjoyable to me, because for me, the enjoyment of like Pokemon nowadays is just completing the Pokédex. And so if I could complete the Pokédex just by using like one game, that would be awesome. Of course, I'll exploit as much as possible for it. So for me, like, stuff like that is enjoyable. So I enjoyed, like, Generation 1 despite all of the crazy glitches. Heck, sometimes because of those crazy glitches that I like Generation 1, the Generation 1 games. However, there's more to it. Puzzle League. Now, okay, now even Puzzle League is, like, mostly, outside Japan thing. But I kind of had fun with Puzzle League. Heck, I think I was like playing like Puyo Puyo Tetris for Switch, a demo of it, and like I suck at like those things. I suck at these puzzles. But hey, if I can play Sabrina in any game I can, might as well, right? I mean, I like Sabrina. You all know that. I'm not, hiding it from anyone. If I can play as her, I'm good. And then there's Pokemon Stadium the Original. Now, I've not owned Pokemon Stadium the Original. I have only played it one time with like some random people. I don't even know if I've met them before. Came to our house one day, brought Pokemon Stadium the Original, put them on N64, and we played a bit of it. It was pretty good. I think I like it more than Stadium 2, and we're gonna mention Gen 2 and Stadium 2, but I think I kind of like Stadium 1 a bit more, because there's some things I find in Stadium 1 that I just enjoy more than Stadium 2. Probably because of the mini games, or something. Just some parts of it I enjoyed more than Stadium 2. But, even though I think I like Gen 1, I think it's for me more middle of the road, because there are things that are a lot better going in, there are things that are worse, but I think Generation 1 is like a nice little midpoint for the good generations that will come in the top 3 slots. Number 3, Generation 4. Okay, here's the thing with Generation 4, okay? Okay, you might think it's kind of weird coming from me thinking Gen 1 is pretty average. Here's the thing, most of Gen 4 I don't like. Now you're wondering, what? If most of Gen 4 you don't like, why is it even on the top 3? Okay, so let me mention like all the things I don't like about Gen 4, okay? The game that defines Gen 4, Diamond and Pearl. I'm not a big fan of those. I'm not a big fan of Sinnoh. And we're thinking, okay, I'm not that big a fan of Region. I just feel like because Diamond and Pearl are so slow compared to the other previous Pokemon games, I just don't like it as much. I just don't feel like I would like Diamond and Pearl. And yes, I have played in Elite Platinum, and my stance on it has not changed from the Diamond and Pearl. Yes, it's a bit faster. However, it doesn't matter. For me, I just feel like I just cannot enjoy Sinnoh as much as other regions. And And then there's PBR, and yes, I have made a ton of videos on PBR since it's much easier to make videos for than, the Diamond and Pearl. So, however, again, the problem with PBR is it doesn't have a replay function, which makes it much harder to edit things. Even though I did play PBR until the end, I was kind of glad that I stopped playing PBR because that thing was a nightmare to edit. Pokemon Ranch served me very well for what it can do. I mean, it's like pre-Pokemon Bank, except it's just Diamond and Pearl, and it did serve its function well. I'm gonna say it served its function very well. Heck, it's a source for free Mew, so anything source for free Mew, I might just use it because it did help me get my Pokédex at the time, so that's good. And Pokemon Rumble, the original, I mentioned this already. I liked it. I really like it because it's like very simplistic, and I could play multiplayer without to worry about getting another system. So I like Pokemon Rumble mostly because like the multiplayer is actually good. It's like Rumble. Remember Rumble U? Like the gameplay's off, but you can still play multiplayer. And for every other Rumble game, it's on 3D. It's on 3DS, so you can't just easily multiplayer it. So that's why I like the Rumble original first. And then there's Pokemon Ranger 3. I have played only the third Pokemon Ranger, and I think it's fine. I think it's fine. It's not the best game, not the worst game. So I think it's pretty enjoyable for the time I played it. But the main reason why Genesis 4 is on this list at all, let alone the top 3, is because Heart Gold and Soul Silver carries the entire generation. This is my favorite Pokemon game of all time. And I think that alone carries the entire generation up to the third slot. Because if it weren't for Heart Gold Soul Silver, Gen 4 would probably be my least third generation. Like, I'm not kidding you. I think Gen 4 is like my least third generation, if not for Heart Gold Soul Silver. Like, Heart Gold Soul Silver, if it's by itself, it'll probably be number 1 on this list. I'm not kidding. I don't remember 2, considering what's actually number 1. Now, first of all, I freaking love Johto. Like, I like Johto's region. And yes, when you beat Johto, Kanto's available, so you might think, okay, well, do I like Johto because Kanto like Johto by itself? And maybe just me, but I feel like I could like Johto by itself. Like, if the Pokemon Company, Game Freak, releases a game that's just Johto, I might still play it if it's just Johto. Because I think I just like the region in general. Maybe if they expand Johto even more, so that it can exclude Kanto, then I would play a Johto game by itself if given the opportunity to. But yeah, of course, the whole Kanto thing's available, and you don't have Kanto, Sabrina. But still, I think I enjoyed Heart Gold quite a bit. It's not something I would replay, but then again, I have not played Soul Silver, so I can actually, just play that instead. So if I want another piece of Johto, I could just, get a ROM of Soul Silver and play that. Maybe I'll stream after Emerald. If I can stream Emerald. Should probably get to that. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, I just want to say my piece with Gen 4. I don't like Gen 4, except for Soul Silver, which bumps up to number 3. That's how much I like it. Number 2! Now, I mentioned before that I do like Johto, which is why Generation 2 is on this list. It wasn't because I, in general, really like Johto. But, again, the reason why I would put Gen 2 over Gen 4 is because I've only played the base Gold and Crystal and Stadium 2, because there aren't that many spin-offs of Generation 2. So, because there aren't any that many spin-offs, it means there aren't that many bad spin-offs, so therefore Generation 2 gets on this list. Just by being just to be the base game. Just like being the base game and Stadium. Generation 2 is on the second slot on this list. Again, I mentioned my piece of Johto. I don't need to explain anymore. But I just feel like, even when I started playing Johto, it just feels like the right game to play. I just feel like it just feels right to play it. I don't know, maybe it's just me. When I play my Gold Virtual Console, I just feel like this feels right, just having to play Johto again. I don't know why, maybe it's just being nostalgic for Johto more than Kanto. I don't know. But I just feel like I feel nostalgic to Johto. And even after playing Heart Gold, I still think Johto's a really good region, with or without Kanto. But I like the idea of how they did Kanto, though, if you ask me. I like the idea of how they did Kanto, where you can challenge the gyms at mostly any order you want, which is actually kind of cool. I wish they would do that in the next main series game, in which you can challenge the gym leaders wherever you want to start in like a centralized location, and then you move around, tackling gyms in any order you choose, and the story progresses and the wild Pokemon encounters change. Heck, even the gym leaders' Pokemon change depending on what route you take. That's like the ideal best Pokemon game for me right there. If you have the freedom to choose freedom to choose your journey essentially. And Pokemon Stadium 2 is pretty cool too. I'm just gonna leave it with that. Pokemon Stadium 2 is pretty good. I feel it's not as good as Stadium 1, but Stadium 2 has some really cool stuff in there too. Not much more to say about Stadium 2, because I don't have it anymore. Bummer, but I really do enjoy Stadium 2. Well, and since you all know what's last, my favorite generation is Generation 5. Again, even though Heart Gold is my favorite Pokemon game, I still think Generation 5 has the best generation, because I think Generation 5 has like the least bad stuff in it. Okay, so let's start with the worst thing. Dream Radar is just there just to provide like a little weird side game if you want to use like Black and White 2, which is fine. If you want to get some Pokemon you can only get on the Dream Radar onto Black and White 2, that's cool. It's not something I'll replay, but it's there. No big deal. Next, Black and White 2, like the base games, holy crap, I think these games are pretty solid. Like, especially if combined. Like, Black and White 2 maybe by themselves, not as much as Black and White, but I think if combined together, if you combine the stories together, I think that is a pretty nice case of a Pokemon with a good story that is like, I want to say it's fleshed out, maybe not as fleshed out as Gen 7 story. Yeah, Gen 7 story is fine, but I think I just like, maybe it's just me and my super bias, because N's my favorite Pokemon character of all time. Like everything involved with him is just absolute delight. But like the story kind of revolves around him. Not like a certain girl with a white hat. But I forgot my train of thought here. But the point is that I like the story of Black and White, how Team Plasma is like structured in the stories of both games, and like how, especially on Black and White 2, how things changed drastically since Black and White, especially with Team Plasma, and how like the gym structure, the gym order, that sort of thing. How it's like you see the game, right? You see how it is, right? And then you see a sequel and see what they have changed and what's going on between those times. That is cool. Maybe that's why I like Johto so much, because like the Kanto section of Johto, because it again has like stuff from the previous game, except like it's told a lot later. So if you're like, okay, well, what's going on in between the time of this and that? I mean, I just feel like Black and White 2 has like the Kanto to Black and White's Johto. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. But I think I do like the Black and White 2. Now, Black and White in general, like the base game Black and White, I like the idea of Black and White, but they didn't really follow through very well. Here's what I mean by that. I'm pretty sure that Black and White is meant to be more like a reboot of sorts of Pokemon, because like you see a lot of Pokemon that are very similar to like older Pokemon, but they kind of reboot, like kind of a soft reboot of sorts. I thought it would be more like a hard reboot, maybe like have just those new Pokemon and not touch the older ones. And then maybe Black and White 2, maybe like in a future game will also involve the older ones, and just have this one game be like the good starting point for any future Pokemon trainers, especially at the time. I like the idea of that. Just like the idea of having like a good reboot of Pokemon, and then later on introduce back some of the old stuff. But what didn't happen is just that. What didn't happen is that they just have those, because like when you beat the game, you can actually see some of the older Pokemon. Fine, not what I would like, but I like the idea of what they went through. So I like the idea of what they went through. Try to make it make a soft reboot. and then introduce the older ones as time goes on. Alright, so I think that's my piece of Black and White, and yes, some really cool Pokemon are from, 5th Gen. It's a really Pokemon people hate from 5th Gen. I understand that, but some of those are really cool, so heck, every generation has some bad Pokemon. Heck, Generation 2 has, like, a few good Pokemon, but a lot of, like, kind of average ones. But, whatever. But here's the thing, I think that Gen 5 deserves a top slot, not because of Black and White or Black and White 2, how the stories are really good and how, like, all the sequels going on and whatever. I think Generation 5 holds the top slot because of one thing. Pokemon Conquest. Oh my goodness, Pokemon Conquest. This is exactly the kind of game I would love. Like, it has, like, the strategy RPGs that, like, Tactics Advance has, and Disgaea has, and eventually, as I'll play later, Fire Emblem has. And it has Pokemon in it. And of course, God of War is in this game. So, of course, I would love the crowd of this game, and I do love the crowd of this game. I think I still have, like, on my Ace card, the file for Pokemon Conquest. I don't know if I do. But I even, like, downloaded, like, all the DLCs for Pokemon Conquest before they stopped, for Wi-Fi shutdown and everything. I think I still have them all. I don't know, but I'm not going to willing to check because I think I've played enough of it to understand that this is my favorite spin-off of Pokemon. Like, without a doubt. So anyway, I was going to leave this here because Pokemon Conquest is like absolute gem of a freaking game. I've heard it's actually meant to be like a crossover between Pokemon Fire Emblem. If that was the case, I would have played Fire Emblem like a long time ago. I would have like actually played like the FE7 and Sacred Stones before I did. That would be cool. I kind of wish they actually do that like sooner or later, like, or even do like a sequel to have the same characters. I mean, I'd like to see Ginchio in more updated artwork. So anyway, that is all for my favorite generations. Now, of course, like when Gen 8 comes up, we'll see if I'll like it. And as for what we have now, Gen 7, yes, there are some things that like may still hold it back. Some may hold it forward. I don't know. I'm still in the middle of playing Pokemon Quest, not to get used with the Superior Conquest, but we'll see about that as time goes on. So anyway, that is all. See you guys later for another TOS episode.